A brother says, there is a hadith stating good deeds of group among my ummah will be mixed with dust. Well, the actual hadith the brother is asking is about the hadith of Thawban, may Allah be pleased with him. And it goes like this. The Prophet said, alayhi salatu wasalam, I certainly know people of my ummah who will come on the day of resurrection with good deeds like the mountains of Tihamah in white color. But Allah will make them like scattered dust. So the companions, and among them is Thawban, may Allah be pleased with him, said, O Messenger of Allah, describe them to us and tell us more so that we will not become of them unknowingly. So the Prophet answered alayhi salatu wasalam by saying, they are your brothers and from your race, worshipping at night as you do, but they will be people who, when they are alone, transgress the sacred limits of Allah. This hadith throws horror and fear in every believing person's heart, because it explains to us that we could come on the day of judgment with mountains of good deeds, and Allah would make it into scattered dust. Why? The reason is that whenever we are alone behind closed doors, we transgress against the sacred limits of Allah Azza wa Jal. And the word transgress has a profound meaning. So what does this hadith imply to? Some scholars say the hadith is weak. And this is not true. The hadith is authentic. Some scholars said that this hadith is regarding the hypocrites, and specifically those who are doing the practical form of hypocrisy, not the belief-related hypocrisy. Because there are two types of hypocrisy, a practical part and a belief part. The belief part is blasphemous. And this is when people express that they're Muslims while they hate Islam inside, and they hide it inside of them, trying to undermine Islam and all that relates to it in secret. And this is what the secularists, the liberals, and all those enemies of Islam who pretend to be Muslims, but they act as disbelievers and they plot against Islam. These are full-fledged hypocrites. The second type of hypocrisy is the practical part. So when a believer lies, when he breaks promises, when he does transgression in an argument, and when he does not fulfill the entrusted things to him, back to the one who entrusted it with it. All of these are practical signs of hypocrisy. As the Prophet said, أَرْبَعٌ مَنْ كُنَّ فِيهِ كَانَ مُنَافِقًا خَالِصَ النِّفَاقِ. Whoever has these four characteristics in him, he is a full-fledged hypocrite. This is the practical part of hypocrisy. So scholars say that those who have these characteristics, they may pray night prayer, they may fast Mondays and Thursdays, they may look like righteous practicing Muslims with beards and with short thobes, and they pray in the masjid, but actually they don't walk the talk. So this might refer to them. A third interpretation is that this hadith is regarding those who are sinful, not when they're alone, but when they are with their homies, with their group. So if I make a sin and I transgress against the sacred limits of Allah Azza wa Jal on my own, this is different than when I do it with a group of people, but nobody knows about it, us. So when we are like 6 or 7 of us, and we drink and we party and we hang out, but nobody knows that we're doing this, this is part of what the hadith is referring to, not when I do it on my own. And the fourth and last interpretation is that it is referring to a state where your heart is so arrogant, so negligent, so far away from Allah Azza wa Jal, to the extent that when you make the sin in seclusion, when you make your sin where no one is watching except Allah Azza wa Jal, you don't pay any attention to that. You don't care. Rather, you enjoy it, you act upon it, and you show your disinterest in Allah watching you. This is way different than another person who is doing the sin in seclusion and alone while his heart is breaking, while he wishes that he died before committing the sin. So it all depends on the heart. It all depends on your relationship with Allah Azza wa Jal when you offer or when you do and commit such heinous sins. May Allah Azza wa Jal protect us all.